It says mute microphone.
Yes, hit it. It's not
Oh,
muted.
okay.
Hit it. Now it on the toggle the icon. What's it say on the icon? It says unmute now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That means your mic is muted now. So now when I go to your broadcast, I'm about to let you know right now. Oh,
See,
well,
I
Ants
still
is
hear
up.
you.
That's Ant. That's Ants. I don't hear shit on yours. Dunzo. But we're live on the 5.
Yo, we live with a new episode, baby. I mean, a new TV series, a new RDL series. We live, the premiere,
Man, listen.
the premiere,
Let me see the motherfucking Eagles on the fucking broadcast.
the
Come on,
premiere,
man. Telling you now.
premiere,
Rob, if you listening, don't comment Eagles here. I promise
episode
you. I
one.
promise. He gonna be the dummy and do it too. Please let me know if the Eagles put comment. The Eagles here. Watch. Watch. I need my fork. Put 80 on this computer. I'm gonna hit a Mill Tice on this computer.
Mm-mm-mm.
Nah, 40
Doesn't
carries.
that make sense?
How the fuck you lose get 80 put up with your 40
Are we
carries?
still on that? Oh man,
And how the fuck that shit happen, bro? You got some explaining to do, cuz. How you butt ball and get air?
Hey, starting right now. T just scored a touchdown. T just scored a touchdown right now.
How you get butt ball? How you butt
I
ball a
said I
motherfucker
wasn't
and
gonna let
still
y'all
get
lab
80?
on him, man. And I got
So
lab on
so
him. Oh my
imagine
god.
imagine if you motherfucker was playing not imagine if he'd had 25 carries. T would have had 115.
Seven more. It's seven more.
7
Yo,
again.
5 more minutes.
imagine if he'd had
He
20
said eight
carries. Oh my
again,
God.
8 again.
8
5 more
By the
again.
minutes.
way,
It had 5 more
it's been another.
touchdowns.
Hey, fuck. It's been another minute. That's another
He
touchdown for
scored another
Seven.
40
God
points.
damn, boy, 40 carries?
Oh hell
Nigga had the
no.
ball for three
She like,
quarters?
yo, the dog said 8. Listen to her. She's like, 8. Brrr. 10 minutes.
God damn. He can't blame that shit on that HBCU internet either.
Mm-mm.
Oh, 7 again. Another
He
minute, another
can't blame that shit on
touchdown.
that.
That's 3 right
You
there.
know, niggas to get everybody tea and be blaming on that HBC internet. HBCU internet. You
That
can't blame it on that
motherfucking, that
shit.
MIAC internet. He got that MIAC internet. That
He got
MIAC
that
shit.
motherfucking Ed Reed,
In Durham,
Bethune
North
Cookman.
Carolina. Jesus
Man, look at
fuck.
this shit. How we supposed to play on this? I'm riding through the gate
He
right
got that
now.
Bethune
He got that. I'm riding through the gate
Cookman.
right now. He got that Bethune Cookman net. Oh my God.
Nah, it's some motherfuckers that ain't in college. Shout out to T2. It's some motherfuckers that ain't in college and in the dorm room. They got that Bethune Cookman.
Right now. Sitting right home. Right next to their mom room.
That
Bethune.
motherfucker. Hey man, where my boy saying that, man?
Oh my
I don't know
God.
if you in the basement in the motorman on the third floor or vice versa. But god damn, my nigga.
Another
I
minute,
threw
another
out
touchdown.
I threw a pit and threw out a sack. Wasn't nobody there.
Wasn't nobody there. Go sack. Nigga threw out a sack pick. Go sack. Niggas net
Yo,
be crazy as hell. High
You had to
passing
see
their
the
life
ball.
away.
You had to see the ball. I promise you in the game, I was like, damn, who hit me? Wasn't nobody there.
Yep.
Yo, we go back to this shit. The niggas just dummy out and then just throw. Oh my god, boy!
Listen.
He's got that motherfucking Bethune Cookman net.
All right, man. The new episode
He's
one
got that
premiere, the
cricket
new
net.
show, nightmare matchup, man. We gelling tonight too, so it don't matter where this conversation going. Again, if you don't allow our confidence, our opinions to fuck with your insecurities. Simple as that. Other than that, and look,
Another
we said it
touchdown,
300
another
times.
minute.
My boy Rob, do not
Man,
hop on
listen,
this show and type that you on the show right now, cuz niggas is looking for you. The episode is called Matchup
man.
Nightmare 2. Oh God, let's
I'm
talk
telling you
about it.
now, Force win Eagles, and I'm doing a T versus Mill. I'm motherfucking putting up 100.
Come on, man. Y'all ain't gonna
Put,
use bro. Y'all ain't gonna use bro as the new
man,
landmark
listen,
of
no,
situations
listen,
when
no,
butt ball
nigga,
go
that's his
wrong.
story. Hold on. See, listen, Mill, that's my boy too, man. He ain't my brother, but that's my boy, man. I got love for him, right? But come on, man, 40 carries and you give 80 points.
Use the block for this man. Come on, man.
Yeah, man, that's my quarterback. That's my quarterback.
That's my quarterback.
That's my
That's my
quarterback, right?
quarterback.
That's my
That's my
quarterback.
quarterback. So
All
you
right, but
know
if
how I
your
feel
quarterback
about
would
him.
have fumbled 3 times and threw 6 picks, you know what I mean? What would you have
No,
done?
not with no 40 carries.
So y'all gave Bus 41 carries, and he still fumbled, and they had total 5 fumbles and 6
Bro,
interceptions. So that's motherfucking
the
11
nigga
total
scored
turnovers.
80 points in 10 game minutes.
So that's a
Just
quarter and
think
two
about that.
minutes.
A play clock is 40 seconds, and just think about this. Hold on, wait. Divide 10 minutes by 40 seconds.
Come on, man. You wanted to do math and shit.
Eight again.
That motherfucker, listen, 40 seconds going to 10 minutes, probably what? Motherfucking like 17 times, 16 times, something like that.
Hey, all I know is this nigga T had 21 tackles for loss, and Mill had 41 carries.
He had
Oh,
21 tackles for loss. Damn, y'all broke the game down like that. 21 tackles for
bro,
loss in that game?
T defense had 21 tackles for loss
bro.
between like 7 players, 6 players, and he
Listen,
had 41 carries.
everybody got aired, right? I just gave somebody, I just let somebody score 50
Eight
on me, right?
again.
The great fuck, let somebody. But I didn't have 40 carries. Like y'all not listening to that. The man had 40 carries
Half, almost
and,
half a hundred.
and gave up 80 points.
That's this right here. Hop in the car, put the hood down, and get burnt.
You,
Run your hubcaps off. No.
you.
Yeah.
You know how? What's that shit, Soldier Boy? You.
Look,
11 completions,
squeeze your
six
D line
That
in.
interceptions.
nigga was getting
You.
you. Oh my god.
11 completions, 6 interceptions.
I'm gonna get my nigga
Oh
an interview and let him get his voice back. Y'all niggas ain't gonna keep killing him and shit. Got me
man, that
baby
nigga.
killing me
Yo,
right
no
now and all
disrespect.
that
I mean
shit.
no disrespect.
Matchup fucking
No
nightmares.
disrespect. I mean no
Eight
disrespect.
again.
That nigga the new Los over there, man.
Oh hell
Los,
no.
you know I
Fuck
got
Oh
that.
love for
shit.
you.
Oh hell no.
I got
Oh
love for
shit.
you.
Cut the
Nigga called him the
broadcast.
new
Los,
Los. Cut the shit.
Cut the
All right,
broadcast.
come on, knock it off.
Los.
Knock it
I
off.
got love for you, Los, but you got company, baby.
Knock it off. Oh my god, knock it off. Listen, man. Let's talk.
Y'all want to know, man.
Matchup
See, we
nightmares.
gotta bring the real back, man. We gotta bring like we gotta bring the real back, man. Y'all sugarcoating, y'all getting soft on these real talks,
Oh boy, here we
motherfucker.
go.
Oh
Y'all
shit.
getting soft on these real talks.
Oh my
I
god.
got guys getting
My
quarter
god.
quail.
Oh my
I
god.
got y'all getting soft, B. Y'all getting soft,
Y'all
man.
niggas getting
The
quarter
shit,
quail.
Oh
I got
shit.
niggas getting quarter quail, giving out forces and shit. I got guys trying to get them forced after one night. I got
Eight
guys.
again.
I got guys. The
Hey,
league
that's
events at
10
12
minutes on the
o'clock.
show. The show
The
ain't
league
been on
events
for
at
nothing but
12
10
o'clock.
minutes.
He hit the opponent. The opponent respond.
Snake, where you at? We've been
He
on the
said,
show
"I
for 10
prefer to
minutes.
play tomorrow."
That's
And the
80
nigga sent
points,
the shit
Snake.
in for him for us.
Snake, we've only been on the show for 10 minutes. That's 80 points.
Hey, dog.
Yo, that nigga at
Respond.
11:16, he responded at 11:20, and
He
then he
said, "I
asked for
prefer
Hey,
the
to play
force.
dog.
tomorrow."
Hey,
I
dog.
sent it in like, yo, set
Sit
my
that bitch
force.
in. He said, yo,
Oh
he
shit.
said, tap my force. He got a small window.
Oh my god.
Oh my
His
god.
opponent responded
Oh, my
within
God.
a minute
Oh my
and
god.
In a
said, "Yo,
minute.
I prefer to play tomorrow, but what's up?" The nigga sent the.
The nigga sent in for
I'm
the
done.
force. Instead, he got a small
Bro,
window. Set my force. Oh my
y'all
god.
motherfuckers getting soft on these real talks, man. This
Oh
shit with
man.
this shit with the lit, with man to live a couple years ago, man.
Oh
Hey,
my
Steak,
god.
come on, baby.
Holy shit.
Mm-mm-mm.
Come on, man.
Holy
You
shit.
let Ant get soft, man. You let shit ride, man.
Nah, when
Come on,
Snake
man.
say something, he hating though, bro.
Yo.
Snake can't say
Come on,
shit. He
man.
say anything, he hating,
Niggas
bro.
getting
He
60
hating.
scored up on him. We ain't talking about it, man.
Oh my god.
We ain't, come on, man. No, 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 no. Niggas getting 60 scored up on him. And motherfucking 40 carries, and you get 80 scored up. Come on, man. I'm done.
Holy shit.
I digress, man. Yo, Falk gonna go back and chill. Cause right now Max the most hated, so we gonna keep it that way. But
Hey,
Listen.
hey,
y'all niggas get
man.
soft, B. Y'all get
Oh
soft.
shit.
I'ma let Max stay the most hated.
Hey,
I got
man.
guys posted all motherfucking upgrades in the chat, and as soon as they start losing, they gonna be blaming Ed. Y'all niggas getting soft, B. Y'all getting soft.
Look at his
This
team,
nigga,
bro. If I
this
had
nigga's
that
a real
team,
villain.
Y'all
I'd be
getting
Fuck
winning.
niggas
I'd
soft,
fuck
be
man.
you.
undefeated
Y'all getting
right now.
soft.
This
Y'all
nigga's
think
a real
Falky ain't see
villain.
this shit? Y'all think Falky ain't see this shit?
Falky is the real
I
villain.
see it.
I swear to
I see
God.
this
Oh my
shit, man.
God.
I see you
Holy
niggas.
shit.
And then Rob, you better not hop on this chat, man. And type Eagles here. I'm telling you. I'm doing the T. I'm doing the T on the Seahawks. I'm gonna let Bijan get 40 carries. I'm gonna grade I'm gonna grade it. I'm gonna let Bijan get his shit because I see you, nigga. I see you doing your thing with it.
Oh,
But
let
I'm gonna
I
fade
can't
that.
it.
breathe. Holy
I'm gonna
shit,
fade it.
bro.
But I
Holy
digress, man. I'm
shit.
gonna let Max get back to being the villain.
Holy
I'm,
shit, man.
I'm gonna let Max be
Oh
the
man.
bad guy. Everybody be on his dick when he posted in chat. I see you niggas. I
keep the,
see you niggas.
keep the. Listen,
I just don't say nothing. I don't say
listen.
nothing.
Keep the energy. Let's
Holy
go.
shit.
All right,
Nah,
fuck.
nigga, ain't no keep no
Shit.
energy. Nigga,
Nah,
you get
keep that
soft,
energy
man.
down,
That
man. Let's
Oh
nigga
my
go.
got 80
God.
pin up 40 with 40 carries.
I
You let
can't
that
move
nigga get
off
off the
of it. I'm
phone with
telling
you.
you.
Nah, nigga, no. You to blame for this shit, man.
Holy
Niggas
shit.
got the HBCU internet, man.
Oh
And
my
they ain't even
god.
in HBCUs, man.
Oh my
Niggas got the
God.
I
Bethune
got niggas
Cookman.
getting thrown out of sack. And ain't nobody here, man. No, man, no. We ain't letting this shit ride no more. I got niggas getting quarter quail. You know what I'm saying? They done. They
Holy
scheming
shit.
for
Oh
draft
shit.
capital
All right,
for
all right,
us.
all right. Ready, ready.
I'm
Keep
done.
Oh
ready,
shit. Oh shit.
ready.
I'm done, man.
I need to know, fuck. I need to
I
know.
got,
We over.
I
Let's
got
start.
God.
We start.
I got God. I want to thank, talk about. This got to be said, man. I want to thank motherfucking Rob and Craig, man. I got two superstars because of you niggas, man. I got two superstars because of you niggas, man. I want to thank y'all. This is real talk, my niggas. Like, for real, y'all done made my team better. I want to thank y'all. Because these Lions will be getting teed off right now. But I was
Come
able to get them two
on.
superstars on the tackle. I want to thank
Niggas
y'all
got
niggas,
start
man.
having fun, man. Oh my
I
god.
want to thank y'all niggas, man. And y'all might think I'm throwing shade, but because they was niggas, I was able to get two superstars and, try to get over, man. So shout out to them, man. Oh,
I
shit.
need to know. We go before we get to our matchup nightmares. I need to know. I'm going through teams, and we gonna stay at the quarterback position around the league right now. In Chicago, there's a quarterback battle between Michael Penix Jr. and Justin Fields. I need your opinion on that right now. Justin Fields is a 79 overall, and the rookie is an 80 right now. It looks like
That's
the
one
rookie.
point. That's 1 point below what Bill gave up.
Yo, can you be get him off?
That
Get
nigga
him out
giving
of
up
here, man.
overalls.
Man, get him
He
out of
giving
here,
up
man.
overalls. He giving up overalls.
Oh my God.
He giving up point overall. I'm
Get
done.
him out of here, man.
I'm going to
Oh
bed,
my
man.
god.
I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. That's
Holy
1 point
shit,
less than
bro.
what Bill gave up with 40 cash. I'm done. Oh my God.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Listen,
Hey,
Yo,
nah.
He giving
yo,
up overall.
this fucking guy. Yo, somebody mute him, bro. Oh my God, man.
this is terrible, bro.
He giving up eight. Wait, my quarterback a 90. When team play Bill again, he gonna give you 90. He giving up overall.
Come on, man.
Listen to it.
Yo.
He giving up rating overall. Just think about it,
No,
bro.
no, I ain't even think
We got
about that.
80
Yo,
play. We got
he's
eight. We got
fucking
players with 80
terrible.
overalls on the field, and that's what
Oh
that
my
nigga
god.
gave up, man. I'm
I don't
done.
understand laughing.
With 40 carries,
Yo, this,
Oh my god.
yo, I
1960.
know our
What
new.
the fuck, he Earl Campbell? Oh my
Hey,
god!
you need to
What?
show the users what he talking about, man, because they
Nah,
people
man.
looking like what they
No,
talking about.
Yeah.
no,
All right.
no.
I'm gonna focus it, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna
Oh my
focus it.
god.
We are in Chicago right now, and we want to talk about our quarterback carousel amongst the league right now. So my question would be: is there a starter quarterback on this roster, or do they still need to go shopping for a QB? Michael Penix Jr., 80 overall, solid player, more of a thrower of the football than he is a dual threat quarterback in the Chicago Bears system of a run heavy offense. Now, Justin Fields meets the requirements of a team that wants to really run the ball. They have a quarterback that can do so, but he hasn't developed at all over his 3 years. 93 speed, 94 excel, 93 throw power, 80s across the board, and his low 80s across the board with his attributes when it comes down to throwing the ball and his mechanics and stuff. So right now, the coach says himself that there's a quarterback battle going on over here, and Michael Penix Jr. has Fields. Is this a quarterback battle that will shape how the Bears' future will be, or is their quarterback not is their quarterback of the future not on his team right now? Um, that's my question. The Bears have 2 wins right now with a quarterback situation. So let's talk about it. If you're the Bears, we touched on this earlier today. You're the Bears. Are you moving on with Michael Penix Jr., knowing that Fields is going to come up on a contract, or do you let this thing battle out some more?
I think he start over, man. I'm just be honest with you. Shout out to McCoy. I think he just start over. I think he need to get rid of both of them. I think he needed to get what Shout out to I think he need to get them Panthers and get one of them
I was gonna say
quarterbacks.
Dak.
You know what I mean? Go get Mac Jones. My guy been trying to get him out of there for about 5 years.
In year two. In year three.
go get
It's get
go get
Mac
him
Jones out
go get
there.
him nah, real talk though. Go get Ewers. Like I think Panthers got like 3 guys on traits. See if they want to work something out, man. You got some
How the
draft
fuck
capital because it look like you're gonna have a high pick.
he got
This
his
nigga
uncle
Snake
on?
is
How
the
the fuck he
quarterback
got
stealer
what?
from
Hold
Nah,
on,
for
Madden.
real.
man.
That's what I would do. I think he need to get a quarterback
Wow.
on a trait, so
And he
this way
got Derek Carr over this bitch.
yeah, he
Yeah,
could
we
go
gotta
do
keep
some
a
things,
mentor.
man. He
Gotta
could
keep
go
a
do some
mentor.
things. I think
Hey
Justin
man.
Fields is just over. I think that project is done. Make him a running back. Send him over to Seattle.
Good night.
I'm sorry.
Let's
I'm
move
sorry. I'm
on.
done. I'm done.
Let's
That was
move
the
on.
last one. That was the last
All
one.
right, so let's talk about Coach D West and his Cincinnati Bengals team with Joe Burrow
Joey B.
just getting a 7 year deal for over 300 million.
Oh
Joe Burrow.
God.
I hope Jamar come back.
That's the issue. You
Shit.
signed your quarterback
Oh man.
and you got your receiver to come up. But Joe Burrow is a franchise quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals, right? Not a graveyard guy.
Yeah, I mean he had to pay it. He had to pay him.
I would have tagged the
Well, I
shit out of
franchise
him.
tagged them.
He got.
Now that he's already signed them, I would have tagged the shit out of Joey B. Joey
He gonna
B
have to
with no
figure that
Jamar
out,
is gonna be
man.
hell to pay. All I'm
That's
saying.
a half a billion he about to pay out with Jamar contract.
Yeah,
That's
Jamar
nothing.
coming up.
Shit.
All right, let's
Jamar
fly
has them
all the way to
collecting
upstate
32.
New York and let's talk about Buffalo and Josh Allen and Coach Hillberger's
Sad.
over there.
Man,
Shout out to Hero.
need to
He
trade
got a
Josh
win yet?
Thank you.
Allen. Monster mash.
He got a win yet? Oh my god.
Send Damar Hamlin, Kansas City. Send Josh Allen somewhere else.
Rise from your grave.
Josh Allen. All right, let's
It's
keep
been
it
nice knowing
moving.
you.
Let's stay with the Broncos right now. And they went and listen, they drafted Stetson Benson. He held them down for a season, but then they went and got Jaden Daniels in the first round. 84 overall. He's progressing. Doesn't have a green owl up, doesn't have a red owl down. 93 speed, 93 excel. This kid is a complete dual threat quarterback. And we watched the Broncos transform their offense in that mile high stadium and shit. They are now
Triple option.
read option, triple option team over there with Jaden Daniels and his 93 speed, 93 excel. Dual threat quarterback. He has really good mechanics and throwing, right? Throw power only 91, but high 80s across the board with short, medium, deep, and release, things like that. Do we like Jaden Daniels in this new offense over there with them trying to run the ball? Like they got a kind of a bridge off college offense.
After playing them, I think we played like week 3, 2, some early. I think Jaden was cool, but I think he's gonna have to take a like an Eagles approach. They need to get an OD on the line, or they need to get some OD weapons. Like I just don't think he's gonna be able to do enough with just Jaden Daniels, just with the
Let me
like
ask you:
the
Is his, is
speed.
the right weapons in the building for what he's doing offensively? Like they do a whole lot of pistol triple option run plays over here in this system.
I think he's
Is
got
it?
something to build off of. I think that he got the quarterback before he got the weapons. A lot of times you see people in the same draft go quarterback, they go get a weapon too
I know
to
what he
like
need
go
to
ahead and
do.
start that with.
He
Lord,
need to hire the Seahawks coach and learn how to run the ball more.
Oh my God!
he need to go get he need to go get a DJ Moore. I'm gonna be
Oh
real. He
God.
needs to go get a
Oh
CD Lamb.
God.
Let's stay there for a
He need
second. I like what you're
he
saying,
needs to
Max.
go. I'm trying here. Fuck is
Oh
killing him.
God.
Go
I'm
hire the
trying
Seahawks
here. Or
OC.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. He
He
on
gonna
some
get
bullshit, but
40 carries a game and lose by
he need to
80.
go get a receiver for real. Because I like his running back room, and he need to
He need to
go
go get a
grab
receiver.
some more
Shit, go get DK Metcalf. That
stalk
motherfucker.
blocking.
He start blocking 40 times a game and give up 80.
Oh,
He doing all stock blocking.
oh God.
He got some decent O line. He need to go running back, and he need to finish
That
up that
nigga's a
offensive
Oh
tight end
line.
now, man.
God.
I
Oh
mean,
DK
God.
Metcalf's
Oh
when you
he's
look
a
at
fuck.
the wide
fucking
receiver
tight end.
weapons, Max, let's speak a little bit longer on that. Like, you think he need to go get a receiver? You said
This nigga
C.D. Lamb
fuck.
I
or
like
DJ
CD.
Moore
I like both of those
with a
names.
Jerry Judy over here. Odell Beckham's up there at 31 years old. You got Parker Washington, who's a slot receiver. They got
Odell finishing.
Xavier Hutchinson,
Mm-hmm.
6'2",
One
205. He could be, and then
one
they got
year.
Juice Wells they picked up this year as well. 6'1", 210. He kind of like a for the offense they trying to run. The triple option and all that type of RPO shit. Juice Wells is almost like Debo Samuels in a sense. Same school too, South Carolina. So they like that's their receiving room right now. You still think they need another weapon to be able to succeed on what they're trying to do with Jaden Daniels at their quarterback position.
Well, you got Jaden on the 4 year path now, a 5 year path. So you look at it as bringing somebody in to kind of continue that longevity with them or that period of time with them. Odell's on his way to fuck out of here. He put money into Jerry Judy, which is cool. But to counterpart Jerry Judy, I like Parker Washington a little bit. Hutchinson is a free agency with the zero penalty, so he's really only running with my eyes with a three receiver offense: Washington, Judy, and Wells.
Right.
So bringing in a CD and you could keep the free agency. Bringing in a CD or a DJ Moore brings you a different dynamic. DJ Moore a little bit more slottish. Jerry Judy can kind of move all the way around. Same with Wells being more slottish, so you could have something. Or CD who can play, in my eyes, Madden wise, he can play all over the receiver field. But like obviously in the real life, he plays a little bit more slot oriented type of role. But I just think to be able to compete in the division, you got to start with, if you got your quarterback that you believe in and he can do things for you. The running back room isn't bad to me. You got to go get weapons and then finish up the O line.
All right. So let's go Funky Browns, man. Let's see if we can get you in your conversations right here. We got Deshaun Watson and Kellen Mond on the Browns roster. We did a GM move conversation over a couple a couple series back. We did a GM conversation. But Deshaun Watson is that the guy at 28 years old, 82 overall?
Nah, not for what he getting paid. and not for an 82. Like, nah, he
Dak.
for you paying that guy 50 million a season, and he's an 82 overall. Is he even on a trait?
Nope, star.
Yeah, nah. It's time to cut your
Yeah,
losses,
his
take that
stats
Dak.
cap
this
penalty
year,
for one
he
year,
right now he got
and get drafted.
1,700 yards,
Let me ask
15
you though,
touchdowns, 25
with the team
INTs.
they got though, with the team that the team they have right now, is they are they a quarterback in a draft away from being at it? Like, do you revamp this team by getting a quarterback from the draft, or do you go find somebody that's ready to go now?
I think you do a fire sale. I think you get rid of Miles Garrett. I think you get rid of Chubb while you get value for him, and you start over, man. It's real draft.
Hmm.
Chubb
You
about to
gotta
be in
build
free agency
you
contract
gotta
year.
build through the draft,
Mm.
man. And I don't know what he's been doing in his first two drafts, but
Well,
you gotta
they
let the
coming
real
off of the
They
guys
ain't
Deshaun
had no
Watson move. They ain't had
picks.
no picks really, so
uh,
their draft started in
It's
the
the
third
first
round
draft.
to well fourth round first year, third round the second year. All right,
I
let's
would
go.
load
Let's
this
go out to
shit with
Florida and end up in
Arkansas.
Tampa Bay at the Buccaneers with Malik Willis at quarterback. On superstar, 25 years old, 84 overall, 95 speed, 94 excel, really good throw power, 95, and then he's up and down with the 80s across the board, all his accuracy stuff.
They say he an X Factor in New Orleans.
well, one of the things is, man, we just gonna put it all on the we gonna put it on the table. One of the things is we gonna put it on the table. Hey, man, Antonio, Brandon, can we stop being buddy buddy and stop laughing, man? Huh? Can
Oh
we
my
All right, so
God.
let's just end this
can we
conversation now,
stop
so we don't
laughing,
go
man?
back to this no more. Let's start, so we can really judge Malik Willis on who he is. Week 1 against the Steelers, Malik Willis, 49-17 win, 94.1 QBR, 327 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. And week 2 against the Saints, he lost 65-62, had 130.4 QBR,
Once games have
612
been for
yards
you to
passing,
watch.
5 touchdowns, 1 interception in that game. Against the Panthers, the follow game after the Saints game that everybody questioning. He goes and lose 10-19, 66.1 QBR, 158 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 3 INTs. He comes back against the Eagles in the loss, 37-34, 81.6 QBR, 252 yards, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Against the Commanders, 105.2, 586, 6 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Against the Falcons in the loss, 261 yards, 3 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Against the Giants, 205 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Against the Raiders, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And against the Chargers, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions. Now, outside of the 600-yard game, he still produced a 500-yard game, and then he averaging 200 across the board for the most part, and passing yards in all of the games he played. So now that we got that out
And
the
five
way,
picks. All right, my man.
all
Four.
right. So he averaging 4, 4, 1, 5, 5, 4, 3, 1, 3. All right. So in all his games, he's thrown under 3 picks in 2 games. All right, so that was the Saints and the Giants game. He's only thrown 1 interception. Every game after that was 3 or more picks. All right, so let's get back to Malik Willis. With all that being said, is he the franchise quarterback over here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I don't think they're doing him a disservice, honestly. Like,
I think he is. I think he'll
I
be there for a while. I think he is. For
I
I
now.
think
think
he
he'll
is.
think he'll be there, but
Pause.
like, I'm questionable about the 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 forward picture for this Buccaneers team.
You're a little low. What you saying?
I said I'm questionable about how I feel about like the forward image of this Buccaneers team. Like, I'm kind of lost on what they're really trying to do here for the future necessarily because they're not trying to. Well, I don't know if they're not understanding they're not trying to win now, but they're not winning now. So in my eyes, I feel like they should be kind of making advances for the future, maybe.
All right, so the way their season is going right now, they have a lot of losses right now. Is this a early, early draft pick throughout each round to be able to try to build this team, and because you can in real draft, you can, retool your team in one draft. if done the right way. So should we be seeing a mass exodus? Should we be seeing a whole bunch of players on the
I
block
think it
over here?
is. I think that might be his. I think he shot his low year one, right? Because I think he only had like three losses, right? Um, his first season, correct? Like
Yeah, he was the playoff team. Yep, he lost to you in
yeah,
the
he was
He
a
made it to
playoffs.
the
playoff team.
playoffs. He made
So
the playoffs.
I think this year, I think he might have had some older guys and was like, you know what, we're gonna play, and then we just gonna play for a high draft pick to really rebuild. Because Antonio, he a competitor, man.
Yeah, it
Like,
definitely is.
and I know this him being whatever his record is ain't sitting good with him. And I know he living right now with his boy through his boy, but that ain't who he is. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't gonna be getting accused of labbing and all that, and not really want to do something about it in
He's
terms
a
of
guy.
showcasing.
He's a high
Yeah,
integrity guy though. Like
Yeah,
that's
high integrity guy.
very high
I think
integrity
it's
guy.
kind of like the
They
little.
have their receiver though. They did look. They developed Devin Tompkins, who was a no namer, and turned him into a contract guy, and really became a slot guy over this team. They won in the practice squad waiver signing in Jaden Hasselwood because he had a great pro day, which turned him from a 4.6 guy to a 4.4 guy. But they drafted Emeka Ibuka. Falk, this is a legacy player for you. You usually play with Emeka Ibuka. What type of receiver do he have for Malik Willis now?
he's number one, a day number one. And it's developed right, and it looked like he is developing. He's gonna be a top five receiver, year two and on. He's gonna
Right.
be. He's a dog. He got the potential to be you know, a top five receiver,
No doubt, no
if
doubt.
not better.
All right, so
So
let's
the
slide.
question is, we ain't get the
Okay.
question. Do we see Malik getting that contract next year?
Yes, that's the question.
That's the
I think
question,
so.
folks.
He got to. He got to. He got to pay him.
Yeah, he invested two picks in
He
him, two
got to.
second round
He
picks
got
to
to.
go get him. I think then he got
He
him
got
from
to
a
pay him.
star to a superstar himself. So he gotta stay invested in Malik Willis and build around
Right.
him. Flat out build around him. I like it. My last question
Definitely.
over here would be the line play over here. That we know the Bucks come with a good line, but they drafted the number one tackle in the draft, and Peter Skoronsky. And now you look at this offensive line, Gadecki, Snake. You know about it. Ryan Jensen, superstar at center. You got right guard Terrence Ferguson the second. They picked up an 85 overall rookie, and then at right
How
tackle
much
they
is
look at
Tristan
Tristan
Wirfs
Wirfs,
asking for? How much he
98
asking for right
overall.
now?
Yeah, that's
Pay
the
I think
question.
me.
as I said,
Pay me.
he got to bring
Pay
in
me.
booking, and then his quarterback is it's
Oof.
a tough
They got a
one.
solid
Protection
line
and
over here,
weapons.
but they got protection of weapons is coming. The weapons is still
He got
developing
it.
over here, but like he got the
Developing
protection
them.
right now. The question is managing this team though, contract wise. Now we fixed his he was eating up a lot of money and signing his my player. We fixed that for him. So he should have got some bread back there. But Malik Willis is the future of this team. You got to go forward with Malik Willis. The next team on the board are the Arizona Cardinals. Now, just a year ago, you saw Kyler Murray on this team. Clayton Tune still made this roster over here, but they went and drafted Khalid Williams. Let's talk about the quarterback they got and what you think over here, fellas.
Hit it, Ant.
Hit what?
Ain't gonna play no games with it. Go ahead and hit it, man.
Hey, don't-
If you don't want to do it, I will. But
All right, so Khalid Williams in his short career as an NFL player, 69.4
oh,
QBR, 2,391 yards passing. He has 19 touchdown passes and 37 interceptions. He's been sacked 44 times already on the season.
damn. Been a
Khalid
music
Williams
in,
has a
dog.
49 completion percentage,
Man,
9.5 yards of average
the
to
Black
play,
Ryan
and
Leaf.
265.7 yards. I mean, can the black wine? What?
The Black Ryan Leaf.
Oh my
almost
God!
as many
Can he
sacks as
resurrect
his
this guy's
completions.
career though? That's the question. Because right
Almost
now,
as
Resurrect.
many.
He 8 games
Almost
in.
as
What the fuck you mean? Can he resurrect?
almost as many
It just
sacks as his
started.
completions. Understand, like,
Hold
just
on,
like you
wait.
under. Jay, wait, let me wait, Falk, hold on, wait, let me. This is me right here, because understand how we talked about 80 points in 10 minutes. He has almost as many sacks as his completion percentage. Name me another. This might be a record. This might be a. Name me another quarterback that's had as many sacks as his completion percentage. Fuck the touchdowns to interception ratio. Fuck the QBR. 44 sacks to
Man,
49%.
shout out to the
Halfway.
NFC West, man. Statty games all around the board, baby.
Oh my God.
Ray and T, I see you, baby.
Next
You a fucking
team.
asshole, bro.
Next
Oh my
team.
God.
Ray and T, I see you, baby.
Next
God
team.
damn.
Mo.
All right.
Chargers.
Let's talk about the Chargers and Justin Herbert, man. Super Bowl winning quarterback. Been a top five guy.
Pay
Completion
him.
percentage is high. But he
This
hasn't been
nigga is
paid yet.
Lamar
He's
Jackson
sitting on
and
a
Justin
forty-two point
Herbert.
three
This shit
million
is
dollar
crazy.
franchise tag right now. What do they do going forward? So here's the thing: the smart thing would be not to pay that man and get you a quarterback. But I don't know if does he have the patience of starting over with a quarterback when you already got an X factor.
This man is
Go get
Lamar.
Mac Jones.
This man is
You
Lamar
cheap.
Jackson and Justin Herbert.
I mean, they have a
Nigga,
solid backup in Spencer Rattler, but again, you're dealing with a guy on star. Do you have the patience?
No, I really think Craig got to make up his mind. Like, is he gonna pay him and then figure everything else out, or because you can't just keep franchising me? I mean, this year was what, like 40 something million. Next year gonna be
42.
like 55, 60 million. That's a lot, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
5 star.
that's a lot, man. You gotta make a decision, and he's still young, so it's like you gotta make decisions. And see, this is what people gotta realize in real draft, man. You get these teams. It's good to get them, but you gotta realize, like, do you get an all the way young team where you don't gotta pay nobody for a couple years, or do you get like the Bengals where you know you got Joe Burrow or Marmar coming up, and they gonna eat up your cat right away, year one. Like, you know, it's a big adjustment, big adjustment for you.
This is a pay attention to. This is a watch how watch how they move to better figure out the Justin Herbert situation.
He
Because on
just,
one hand,
I think he should just pay him and then figure everything else out, man.
I like that
Maybe
conversation
he,
as well.
Nigga
yeah,
gonna
maybe
get
just
paid.
pay
Or
him
or do you keep the
and then do
nucleus of your team and bring in another quarterback, bro, and get him and develop him into
no.
where
Cause
you got
listen,
5 years to
if
fucking
if I was him, this is what I would do. I would do what the Bucks doing. I don't think Craig too competitive. He ain't gonna do it, or maybe he will. But I would literally say, you know what? Next season, I'm gonna sign Herbert, and we just gonna have a rebuild year. I'm gonna cut Keenan Allen. I'm gonna cut Eckler. I eat the cap hit for a year, and then I get a top draft pick in every round, and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would do it that way, bro. Like, but I would sign Herbert.
But
It's
how do you
hard to get
tell
X factor guys.
how do you tell a Super Bowl winning team to turn it off, to rebuild it over when you
Because
can honestly just sign him
it's
and let
about
the other
it's a
pieces. I wouldn't sign him. I let him go and keep the
well,
team
well
and bring in a quarterback like Spencer Rattler and bring him up
right.
and
So once
and
But like
take
so
5 seasons
again,
to bring him up because they're still this roster is still competing roster, a Super Bowl competing roster, even with Herbert not being a part of this team anymore. I think they can bring Spencer Rattler up and he's look. Let's just call a guy who he is about his history. He's done a good job at the quarterback spot. I mean, we've seen it in the last two, this with Justin Herbert, but we saw him. If you go back to this 22, you saw him go from one quarterback to another quarterback and still able to,
but this the thing is gonna be growing pains.
yeah, nah,
And
I got you.
with the Chiefs ascension over there, you got the
And
Patriots,
the Broncos in that
you got
same
the
division is still
Broncos.
on the rise,
You
right?
know what I mean? You got the Dolphins.
That's kind of
Like,
why he
is
needs to
he
do it
going
ASAP.
is he going be able to take them ass whoopings that's going to come when you got a quarterback on star that can't, do any hot route or errant throws? Like, is he going to be able to take that?
That's the question. That's the question I'm saying. Me, I am taking that. I'm gonna deal with that for a season or two, and then and be able to sign the guys that are a little bit more important in the quarterback position because you got to also come in put into play his style of play and how he plays the game at the quarterback position. He can still be successful with a star quarterback and moving the ball up and down the field. But I think if you sign Justin Herbert, you're going to lose guys like Derwin James who will be up in the season. You just signed Samuels. You just signed some players already. You made some trades, got you in a situation as well, which got you a good nucleus football team that got your team, a bunch of veterans mixed with some young talent that you have over here. But it has to be a development stage somewhere. And where do you start that development at? If you pay Herbert, you're going to start losing players after that. You're not going to better afford
What's that?
Herbert and keep, you know,
Huh?
adding to the
Oh,
mix.
no,
You
I'm
can't
good.
play in free agency. You can't do some of the things you do to keep
Put it straight
yourself
right.
relevant and winning ball games. So like I would just get rid of Herbert
I had
and deal with
two
the rest
pieces
of
of
my
chicken
team.
and some shrimp.
But
Please
Falk,
enter
you think
players
sign
in your
Herbert?
draft placed through the draft
I think
icon.
he sign Herbert and then maybe go young at safety because he still got his mob player.
Right.
Gravity
I think maybe
indicators.
he cut he maybe trade Debo if he can. He cut what you call and go young. I think he got a young receiver right, and then they
Yeah.
get another young one, and then I think
Got a nice young
he
tight end in the building already in
yeah I
Shador
think
Trior.
Craig really just need a tight end. The receivers, he don't need them to be great just yet. He just need them to get open. But I think he need that quarterback play to be solid and be consistent, especially when he playing, top competition.
Right.
Like, could you see Rattler right now coming to Arrowhead and being successful? Can you see him going to the Foxborough? And hell, the way the Texans looking, like I think he got to keep Herbert, man. Herbert, we seen in the Super Bowl is a game changer for him.
Right.
I think you just pay him, man. I think
Yeah.
if he again, he already got the Super Bowl, so he might just say, you know what, I'm good. I could go off in the sunset, rebuild, or you
I
know,
think he gonna keep Herbert though. You gotta think when everybody
yeah, I
else was
would too.
saying Bosa was the MVP, he was saying Herbert was. So I think it's only a matter of time before he pay him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll
Bosa
wait
the
to pay
reason
him
he
though.
won the game, but Herbert won the game. Like
I
Herbert
mean,
did some
That's what I'm
things,
saying.
you
That's
know
what
what
he
I'm
say.
saying?
Yeah. So
Like
that's a
Herbert did the things necessary to win the game.
all right, so let's
yeah. I think
let's fly over here to Arrowhead and talk about Patrick Mahomes and where I think they are. And listen,
That's the league MVP right now.
yeah, baby Reed over there put
League
it together.
MVP.
What they did was they play in the draft. They acquired young talent. This team came with a lot of young talent, which made me say not a Super Bowl ready team, but a playoff ready team. This year they're a Super Bowl ready team. You got to account for the trades he made and the things he did for Patrick Mahomes. Listen, before this season started, it was Patrick Mahomes throwing to a bunch of Timmies. Let's just be real. And then they made the trade for Drake London. Changes the ball game. They go get a weapon that they needed severely to even be able to compete with the Chargers in their division. Then they go get a piece on the line to help extend the blocking for Patrick Mahomes. So they went all in for Patrick Mahomes in the offseason. They went and got them a top running back in the draft in the third round,
I,
and
I
they put
don't
some
I
pieces
don't I
around
don't
them.
I don't think we got to talk about that from a GM perspective and what was happening in those games against the Super Bowl champion that made him go get a older
A Victari.
but yeah, but a guy on trait. And what did that do? Like we need to talk about that. Like
Okay.
that was like he realized the weakness.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I'm gonna do something to neutralize the weakness."
Mm-hmm.
He went out there. He found it. He found somebody that
Mm-hmm.
was going to dance with him. The Packers traded with him, and
Okay.
then he played the team again, and you don't hear Bosa's name. Like we
All
got
right.
to talk about that, like
That's big
from a
time because
GM
that's
perspective. Yeah,
acquired talent that I'm saying right now. Now look, the Qatari, however you want to say his fucking name, look what he did to this offensive line. At left tackle, he has a 93 superstar with 98 awareness. At left guard, he has a 31-year-old in Joe Thuney, 93 overall. Now, I'm not talking about what's backing those guys up right now. At center, DeJuan Jones, who was his first round pick, as a tackle, he kicked him into center at 94 overall. At right guard, he brought in through practice squad signing. He brought in HBCU Jackson State Dion's player Dimitri Jordan, who's at 88 right now at 21 years old. And then at right tackle, he moved their center Creed Humphreys, who was their best lineman, kicked him out to right tackle,
Mm.
which gave him two superstars on the edge now. And this is part of the reason why you don't hear from both Joey Bosa when they play right now, because Thune Humphreys is a 99 aware player right now. So that right there is GMing. That's right there, GMing and coaching and understanding the competition in your division. I always say you got to win in your division and win outside of it. They did that, completely did that. Then to counter the cornerback play and secondary play that the Chargers counter in the first draft, they go get a Drake London, which changes their entire wide receiver room right now. Let's just call it what it is right now, because you're not relying on a star Kadarius Toney as your best receiver, or is he completely healthy yet, Justin Ross, or a diaper dandy who we call could be a baby DK Metcalf, Bryce Ford Wheaton, right? Or so now you got the weapon at you go get a superstar quarterback, a superstar receiver, and you got playoff football, sometimes Super Bowl football. You see what it did in real life, the changes these quarterbacks that were on the cuff of being great become great with that receiver. Well, Drake London is that guy for them. Especially with the ability now. Now you got a guy that can win on some route running because of the traits, right? Why Travis Kelsey lost his abilities at 34 years old. He's still a 94 overall, and he's still high awareness at 94. And they brought in a couple of tight ends to try to fix that problem. And Noah Gray was there already, but Brenningstool and Dorham was picked up through draft. It looks like Jake Brenningstool from Clemson is becoming the guy over here to take over for Travis Kelsey. So again, they got the weapons over here. Patrick Mahomes. I mean, is this is this good GMing? This is good. This is good roster management and understanding, you know, what you're dealing with, because this roster overhaul at the spots he overhauled that was strictly for the Super Bowl champion team, Chargers. And after their first matchup, you got to say it was a success, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys would agree with that? So Patrick Mahomes is there, and this is a guy that's sitting on a major contract, and now you got a little bit of wiggle room to move around and get some things done to better make
And
Patrick
he
Mahomes
not
go on a
even.
run.
Is Chris Jones even playing right now?
I barely think he is. He don't even play him.
So he about to get rid of that contract.
Right.
It's impressive, man.
hmm I like it. That's moving around. That's that's credit. You got to get credit over credit. All right. So now we were talking about the Colts. They drafted Max Dugan in the first round, 81 overall star. Um, Look, man, they got the weapons around this guy. You got Jonathan Taylor in your backfield. You went and got Marvin Harrison and shout out to him for grabbing Marvin Harrison, who his dad played for the same team over there. But they got Brandon Ayuk over here. They got Mario Williams out of the draft. This team is very young. Alec Pierce and Marvin Mims. They all drafted real draft players right now. That they have the weapons, in my opinion. They have the weapons. I think this team needs to get protection going on over here. And I'm really not sold at the quarterback position right now. Like, is Max Dugan the starting quarterback in the NFL right now in RDL? I mean, what's attractive about him is he has 92 speed, 92 aware, excel, um, 91 throw power, 90, 81, 85, 90, 88 release, and all that type of shit. Like, I think this team could do, like, I mean, imagine bringing in a Dak Prescott.
Right.
Like, just think about it.
Right.
You go get Mac Jones, you got to give up a lot. But you go get Dak Prescott, you ain't giving up shit to get him. You bring him in an X Factor quarterback with Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. Now, no pun intended, but this is the team that should be handing out 41 carries.
Definitely. Cam Akers and JT.
Yeah.
Oh
With
Yeah,
two
God.
Cheatham.
superstar running backs and Savion Wilkerson, HBCU Savion Wilkerson, who we know is a dog. I mean, you got a little bowling ball here. 93 break tackle, 93 trucking, 93 stiff arm. So you got the backfield right now where this should be a running football team with Marvin Harrison, getting one-on-one cover like this. He should be playing how Ray played with the 49ers.
Right.
All right, fellas, let's keep it moving and shit. The Commanders and their my player quarterback Amari Braxton at quarterback. So let's talk about this for a second. obviously they got their quarterback they got to build around. When you think about the Commanders' offense, my first point of interest will be at the running back position. Right, that's first. Let's talk about weapons, the receiver room, running back position, tight end room. I think all that's been handled and taken care of. Although you would like to see a developed running back over here, like if he could get a running back like a Roshan Johnson on Superstar, I think they go into something over there,
Ibrahim,
or go get a superstar running back over there, right? But the receiving room to me is
man.
pretty solid,
Talk
and you
about
still
it,
got
man.
Terry McLaurin,
Braxton just need to put down the bowling ball. That's all it
Eric Gilbert over
is.
at tight end. You got
He
Cole
bowling at
Turner.
practice.
Nah, I just think their offensive line is in development now. They're
Nah,
getting
he
better.
got a
They
young
just
Yeah,
offensive
they
unlocked,
got a
line.
young
and they got an
line.
offensive line to go along. Like this team is this is a playoff football team. They're not playing playoff
D
football
line
right this
crazy.
second, but
Oh
like
my gosh.
they got a young football team with a young quarterback, a young offensive line, and some young weapons all over the place. This team has a bright future right now. But I mean, with that type of defensive line over there, like, let me ask you, Falk, are the Washington Commanders underachieving right now?
Um, yes, I would say that, but I would have a but with it though. I would say with the defensive line they have, yes. But if you look at just their offense is just in development, and that go hand in hand. You know what I mean? Like if you could stop guys or getting pressure, but then you getting sacked 20, you know what I mean, 10 times a game, and you can't do nothing offensively.
Right.
So yeah, I think it is because of just how that D line is just great, but then it's the flip side. The O line is terrible on offense, and it's probably causing him not to be being able to win games because
But can you
he's
see
struggling to score.
when I show you this? Can you see the turnaround? Right. Like, watch this. At left tackle, rookie from Oregon State, Joshua Gray, is now on a 90 with the red arrows down with superstar on him.
Mm-mm-mm.
At left guard, Ben Christmas is an 84 rookie. At center, Michael Jurgens is Wake Forest rookie. He's an 83. At right guard, Brian Hayes, 21-year-old, was a rookie last year, 80 overall, right? And then you look at the right tackle who just developed, Will Campbell. You know who that is, for class of 22. I got to change his name, by the way, hitter, because he's supposed to come out in this year's draft. Not, I bought him out too early. So I'm gonna find a 21 class guy and change the name on Will Campbell. But he's already up to 89 with the red hours down, so his true overall is really a 90 as a pass protector. So that gives you edge threat and all the good shit you need to be able to block on the outside. So it's coming, right? You can see the protection there. It's coming. It's just the whole offense is still in development stage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're in a good situation. Bottom line, they
Yeah,
are in a
I
good
think
situation.
I think they'll be much improved next season.
Yes, sir. All right, the Cowboys, they trade for Zach Wilson on X Factor. Dak Prescott is the mentor over at quarterback. Mike's doing a hell of a job running the football, and he's doing a good job. Let's see what he's doing with his quarterback, though, because he was handed a dog at quarterback, especially after the year he had with the Lions. But let's see what he's doing right now. 81.9 QBR, 16 touchdowns, 19 interceptions, 1993. Mike's relying on a run game, and that's a great thing. I'm not mad at these stats. 16 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. He's only been sacked 8 times. So what we know is Mike is not taking the chances. He's playing safe, and he's trying to be a game manager with his quarterback, and he's letting it go with the run game. You got Estein, who's a monster in the backfield right now. He's giving guys problems because you can't tackle him. 115 carries, 513 yards, 4.5 yards to carry for a touchdown. I just think Mike's playing safe right now. Now what does that equate to? Because you was handed, one of the best quarterbacks in the league per last season, handed a dog in Zach Wilson. So, Falk, this was your quarterback. Talk to me. What do the Cowboys have?
They got a premier quarterback. I'm not going to say top five or even top 10 just yet because he just got to do it on a consistent basis.
Right.
But they got somebody that's fiery, that's going to push the envelope, and if given some leeway to call plays, they could really be explosive.
I agree. I think they got the quarterback. They don't have to worry about a quarterback this entire this. All right, let's go talk about the kid, young Bryce Young over there for the Dolphins, man. All right, fuck. I'm gonna stop and just let you have this conversation because Snake had his opinion earlier. I kind of have mine. Let's talk about Bryce Young right now, man. He was the number 4 pick overall in the first draft. Came out only quarterback that came out on X Factor thus far. And right now he's a true 99 overall quarterback. Right now he's leading the league in passing yards and touchdowns at this point. Right now, around the talent that he has around him right now, who is Bryce Young?
Bryce Young is a guy who is a top three quarterback, can be a top three quarterback in the league. The
I mean, he got
user,
99 awareness right
yeah,
now.
yeah, the user has, mixed up the short passing game. If you really watch him with the deep passing game, like he don't launch pad you, even though he can. I played him yesterday, and he was throwing a lot of short passes, like reading the field. And he looked good. Bryce
He
Young
got
looked
a good
good.
handle on his like Bryce
Uh,
Young. It fits his offense perfect. I mean, I think that was the best move he could have did. Get the 4th overall pick, go get Bryce Young, right, and then go crazy and build. It ain't nothing to build around. It's the build was there already. That offense was already put together, but he went and did one thing better than a lot of guys. He went and got
he
protection right
throws the
away,
high
Falk.
pass extremely well to that
Throw that,
tight
yes,
end.
he do.
Oh
He
my
throw him
god.
that high pass is legit. He throw it all over the field, whether it's an in, dig, slant, out, corner out, or red zone shit. Do a really good job high passing um towards quarterback, especially with a highly accurate guy like this. I mean, you're looking at a guy that got 90. I mean, 99 short accuracy already, 99 medium accuracy. He looked like a quarterback that been in the league for 8 years. 99 D. I mean, everything's 99 right now.
In the year,
Everything's 99 for the most part. Like, oh my God, if this is my quarterback, I'd be called a cheater right now as a commissioner. Jesus. He might be the best quarterback in the league overall wise right now. Number 5 ranked with that. Oh my God. Yo, they got a quarterback with that. The problem with this team is roster management. What are they gonna do, man? They franchise
shout
tag the
out to
defensive
Drew.
end.
He only let the Rams score 47. Yay.
I thought Drew was playing hitter.
Drew played T. 47-33.
That
Vikings
Vikings
I'm
ain't
team
playing low.
that Vikings team is
Vikings ain't give
legit.
up
Who you
80.
playing hitter?
Low.
Vikings ain't give up 80.
All right, Falk. Here you go. Eagles, Jalen Hurts, KJ Jefferson. This was a quarterback that was high on your list, KJ Jefferson. Eagles got themselves a superstar while they're franchise tagging Jalen Hurts right now. My question to you will be: Jalen Hurts will not be back with this team, right?
Nah, he'll be a fool to keep him. I mean, I think he should. Uh, if he was going to draft a quarterback, I think he should have traded Jalen Hurts because he'd have got some more value for him. Now nobody gonna really give him anything, so he might just gotta let him walk. Um,
Do you keep
but yeah,
Jalen
KJ's the
Hurts?
guy. Yeah.
You can't pay him, right? There's no way you can pay him with KJ
Oh no,
Jefferson
there's no
set
way.
right here.
There's no way.
All
There's no
right.
way. On court, he on Superstar too. Yeah, no
Yep.
way.
No way you can sit. Yeah. Eagles are in a good situation, man. This is how you do it if you can't afford the quarterback. Go get you a guy right away and get the build going on. They just lucked out with a superstar right away, and it puts them in a higher situation than you playing with a star right now. But this is how you do it when you can't afford to play your quarterback. Shout out to Rob there. All right, the Falcons with Desmond Ritter. Desmond Ritter benefited from the sim season and became a superstar. He plays for this Falcons team. He's the 85 overall. Let's just talk quarterback for a second. Not long on this team at all. They did get rid of Drake London, but they had the weapons to get rid of him. They got Hyatt out of the draft. They also picked up Rice from SMU. They also traded and went and got what's his name again? My old receiver, Mechie. And they got Jalen Reed from us as well. So this team got weapons, especially with the tight end over there. And definitely got an offensive line. They built the shit out of an offensive line. Cornelius from Oregon, left tackle. He's an 85 superstar. At left guard, Lindstrom is there. At center, they got another superstar rookie that's from TCU. Right guard, Grant Gibson, 81 overall. And then at right tackle, the superstar, my player. This the offensive line is great. Ritter is in a good situation, and I'm thinking he's going to make it through a contract. The only way Ritter doesn't make it to his first contract is if he wants to play with another quarterback. Like if there's a guy in the draft he'd rather play with. Other than that, Desmond Ritter is the guy for the Atlanta Falcons. Anybody disagree with that?
He's a quarterback over there.
All right, the 49ers and Trey Lance, they're doing a hell of a job with Trey Lance on a low. The problem is Trey Lance is the star, no upgrade there. So is it worth the way they play football, a run heavy team with a quarterback that can let the ball go deep to fast receivers, or do they go invest in the quarterback, maybe try to upgrade? In my opinion, I think they're comfortable with Trey Lance. They don't need him to be an X factor superstar, nothing like that. And the way they play the game, they just need him to better make the passes when they do throw the ball, and he's doing a hell of a job of that right now. I like Trey Lance. I would like to see, if he could develop to a superstar, it would be it would be really good for this team. But I think they're in a good spot right now with him on a star right now. So again, does Trey Lance make it through a contract?
Interesting.
That's
He's a
interesting, right?
number one
Because
receiver, so
the way they play though, they might can go get another quarterback. Like they might not have to pay,
No,
might
they
not,
did.
and they're gonna
Didn't
have
they pick
money
up extra
issues.
picks? Didn't they pick up extra draft
Yes,
picks
sir.
this
They
year?
got extra capital in the draft right now. They do got a first round pick, 2 seconds. They got a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and the seventh. So
Hmm.
they got a future second and a second
Oh,
from the.
I know what'll happen. They'll pick up Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? Makes a whole lot of sense, actually. Wow, and that's a family discount because you're going. But is it going to be a trade or get in free agency? Because if Jalen Hurts hit free agency, is he a hot commodity? Like is he somebody that's going to be heavily sought after?
Does he have the patience to wait for free agency?
Right. I'll go get him now if that's going to be the move. Go get him in pain right now. Malik Cunningham is the quarterback for the New York Giants right now. Is this a quarterback that
Waiting
they
to
go ahead and
catch his
continue
ass in
to?
free agency.
Let me
Oh,
ask you
trade
though.
deadline's over.
Yeah, Malik Cunningham though. Is this a quarterback that they just they drafted him in the first round? This is a quarterback they got to wait and see, right? Continue to build around him.
Yep, they had no choice. Spent a first round pick on him. Got to rock out with him. Got to go through the growing pains. Got to commit to him.
All right, that's sir. All right, Jaguars. They just paid Trevor Lawrence.
Now Hurts don't got
Can
the
we get that
range to
contract?
lead
Nah,
the
Hurts don't
field.
got the throw power. Okay, yeah. I mean, I get it. You definitely want to throw the ball downfield. I get it. I'm not mad at that. All right, Trevor Lawrence just got paid. The Jacksonville Jaguars are a game or two out of first place in their division right now. Trevor Lawrence is the guy over there. Mark's doing a hell of a job with him too, and I love the fact that he paid him. I don't really think it's too much to sit on and talk about Trevor Lawrence because again the Jaguars was a playoff team last year. Trevor Lawrence took them to that playoff, so in my opinion, they have to pay him. And he's the reason why they played in the playoffs last year. Let's not act like that Mark's lining up giving his running back 41 carries. Mark's lining up, giving his throwing the ball with his quarterback. Simple as that. Trevor Lawrence, like it. How
Ding.
about the Jets? The Jets they drafted Sam Hartman, who transferred from Wake Forest to Notre Dame. He's really a top quarterback, man. Sam Hartman's a dog, superstar. But they got Tanner Morgan to a superstar through breakout. This was their quarterback all last year, and I think they are still riding out with him because one, he's a 93 overall threshold quarterback, and he got 97 throw power. Um, I don't know what happened in the Patriots Jets game that we talked about was big. Who won that game? But Tanner Morgan is the future for this Jets team right now. And the solid thing is that they got a great backup if anything was to happen to Tanner Morgan. So I like where the Jets are right now. Obviously, Lions with Drake May. I think you're in a
Patriots
situation
won
of you're in a good. Oh, the Patriots will not get any swept. All right, so far,
27-24.
would you agree with what I'm
Yep.
ready to say right now? You're dealing with Drake May. You're dealing with a transitional player. Like you got a player that's a franchise changer. And you just have to set him on a path to be the guy that you expect your quarterbacks to be.
Yeah. He's having a good season. A little careless with the ball at times, but some of it has to do with just some coaching philosophy and us maybe dialing back some of the routes that we run. But he's got about 82% of the offense down, and the O line is getting better. They're blocking better, and we're just becoming a well-rounded offense. So sky's the limit. I mean, we we're looking to just keep building and working on our team, man. And we'll let the NFC West worry about the awards and Pro Bowls, to just all the stat games that's going on over there with the Seahawks and Cardinals. But
He just won't leave
other
that
than
shit
that,
alone, boy. Oh my god.
You keep dragging that
other
shit
than
to
that,
the mud.
other than that,
All
he'll be
right,
fine.
so Falk, this is a team in your division. I don't know if you look at them as a rival or whatever the case may be, but Hendon Hooker, we know this is another one of them quarterbacks that upgraded through play from star to superstar, first round talent. Hendon Hooker for the Packers, man. To me, he's a perfect fit for what they do over there. Um, and I think they got their quarterback of the future. How do you feel about him playing twice a season? And is he the best quarterback in your division?
Who, Hendon Hooker?
Yes, sir.
I would say currently yes, but Drake May in a couple years, and then it maybe about next year this time might have something to say about that.
No doubt, no doubt. Junior, you're doing a hell of a job, roster management and everything right now. Like, I love what you put together. But not only did he go Hendon Hooker, let's just talk about this for a second. We're not just going to slide past him and act like he's not doing some good things in this league. First of all, Aaron Jones on a contract. I don't see him getting signed back. They got Will Shipley out of free agency, and they got Mario Edmonds, another rookie running back. So they got backs that they could deal with just in case Aaron Jones go. But they're going to go from a superstar running back to a star. But at that receiver position, they got Christian Watson, a speed demon at 6'4", superstar. They got Romeo Dobbs, 6'2", another big time weapon on the outside. They got Sky Moore they brought in through trade, 95 speed, 95 slot. Bo Melton is a speed demon as well. He's developed up to an 83 overall, 95 speed, 95 sail. They got Jonathan Mingo from Ole Miss. They say he's kind of like what's that kid over there for the Eagles? AJ Brown type of player. Strong, really big country ass receiver out there, Jonathan Mingo. But then at the tight end position, they invested big time in their tight ends. Going to go get Sam Laporta from Iowa. They got Cameron Latu. And then they got AJ Barner from Michigan, rookie right now. So I like their receiver room. But what they did that was impressive to me is they got rid of Picatari, right? But Zach Tom's at 85. Their backup's at 85, who's a diaper dandy. Then you look at left guard Elton Jenkins, who's 28 years old, 93 overall. Their backup's at 86 behind that. At center, they got the best center in the draft, Cedric Van Pran from Georgia. He's a 90 overall right now. And their backup is 82. So their line is the shit. J.P. Hamels, he's a rookie from out of Wisconsin. He's 89 overall. The Green Arrows up. And Zachary Thomas is 26 years old, 83. And then at right tackle, this is why they was able to get rid of Picatari. They got the guy from Penn State, the African, who's the 87 overall superstar, and then Rasheed Walker backs him up at 84 overall. What they did was they put weapons and protections around their quarterback. They're in a good situation. I think they can upgrade at the running back position if they don't bring Aaron Jones back. And this team is ready to go going forward. I like what the Packers look like over there and what they're doing. They're doing a good job. And Hendon Hooker is the guy for them. All right. Panthers got 4 superstar quarterbacks over here. I mean, 3 out of 4 quarterbacks are superstars. Don't even know where they came from. We know they made the trade with the Texans to get Quint Ewers 5-star in here, but is 5-star the starting quarterback over here, or is it Mac Jones? That's the question. We know Badgett came out of free agency. That's just them seeing it and picking it up. But when you look at this quarterback room, 5-star, does he fit perfect? And what this Panthers team do offensively? They're a run-heavy football team, but they need a quarterback that can make the throws when they do want to throw the football. Is it Mac Jones, who they've been trying to get rid of since year one, or is it Quint Ewers 5-star at quarterback right now? I say this quarterback room is healthy, and they're in a good situation. But Snake, what's your vision of your quarterback room?
Man, we cool with all of them. Mac Jones got the playoff experience. Quint Ewers a five star trick. You know what I mean? We got the mentor in Carr,
Mm-hmm.
and we got
Evers
know,
1990
we
HPI
might got a career backup. Well, we just got talent, and we
Think
got
about
talent in Badger.
the speed and height you got at receiver with Quint Ewers with a night. He's the only quarterback outside of Josh Allen
You
that came
know,
out 99 throw power right now. So we got the weapons. Your
yes
running back room
sir.
is super healthy, but Quentin Johnson can run by guys at
What
6'4",
about them tight
212.
ends?
Marshall, right, got another speed demon. Like the height of the receiver room is over here is big time, where they can throw the ball up and go get it. But they got the throw. But then you got Dalton Kincaid, who arguably is one of the best tight ends in the first draft. Then you went and got Brevin Spanford, a 6'7", 270-pound guy that can get open and running routes, but he's a heavy blocker and fits perfect in what y'all do offensively. I do think y'all can get better on offensive line. Um, star powered by your left tackle. But outside of that, I think y'all can get better on the O line right now. And that's that. Like, so I think you can see where their attention going to be this year's draft or off season is going to be the
Got
offensive line.
draft picks for it.
Yes, sir. All right, the Patriots, Dorian Thompson Robinson, and then J.J. McCarthy. Man, they went and got the rookie J.J. McCarthy out of free agency. And then Dorian Thompson Robinson will be playing for a contract this year. And I think he's the first round pick that they had. Uh, they had some issues with him where they almost got rid of him, brought him back in. Now he's moving forward with them on a winning streak right now. Raiders, Tanner McKee, Bo Nix, Miles Brennan right now. I
Coach
like Bo
said
Nix.
Bo Nix is a guy over there.
Yeah, I like him. I think they just got to develop and build around him. How about the Rams when they go get Davis Richards? He's the guy. We talked about him earlier. We know what it is. He's going to make this guy great. This guy will be the future of the Rams. And they don't have to build
He
around him
put
because
up
the
80
build
in
is
10
there already.
minutes.
Man, I mean, shit.
Hey, rookie.
80
That was his rookie
under 10.
moment. Welcome to the NFL moment. Welcome to RDL.
Against the
Been
Cardinals,
quarterized.
let's talk for a second. Against the
Quarter
Cardinals,
12.
Davis Richards threw 7 touchdowns, not a pick or a sack given up in that game. 386 yards. He had a perfect QBR. Against the Dolphins, he scored 8 touchdowns, threw 2 picks, and was sacked twice. Now against the Bears, he struggled a little bit. 388 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 picks. Niners, 35-30 ball game, 77 completion percentage, 206 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 INT, was sacked 4 times in that game. Against the Patriots, he threw for 544 yards, 6 touchdowns, and an interception. Against the Eagles, 56-30, 397 yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He got sacked 3 times. Against the Chargers, 3 touchdowns in that game, sacked 3 times. Against the Seahawks, he threw 8 touchdowns, picked off 4 times, sacked once in that game, 97.2 QBR. And then against the Vikings tonight, 47-33, 95.8, 347 yards, 4 touchdowns, and threw his highest interception total on the season at 5. This is a rookie that's going to show you greatness, and at the same time, you're going to see spurts of him being a rookie. The question is, how fast can he get him developed, and how fast is he comfortable playing in playoff football with the rookie at the helm? Simple as that. But this is the franchise quarterback, and he is the future of the Rams. Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson. Is there a real conversation here? We know it's Lamar Jackson. We know Lamar ain't going nowhere. They signed him, $151 million penalty right now. It's Lamar, right? But let me ask you this: is he a little too quiet for Lamar Jackson?
I believe he is. I believe he a
I
little
mean,
too quiet.
you gotta say. Let's just call it. I'm just gonna say what I gotta say. This is the guy who was handed his favorite team and a guy that you would think would have energized him to really show us who he is on Madden. Um, but it seemed like he's too quiet. It seemed like he's not really. I mean, Lamar Jackson is not being talked about at all. And why is that? Why is that? You open up against the Patriots, 546 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 picks. Eagles, you win that game by 3, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. The Browns, you win it by 10, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Giants, you win that 45-42, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Didn't throw a touchdown against the Broncos in the 27-28 loss. Browns, he won that game 60-30, 7 touchdowns, 3 picks. I mean, it's 523 yards. Honestly, why aren't we talking about Lamar? If you look at these stats, Panthers, he lost the game, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Commanders, he lost the
Can't
game,
imagine saying take away the
118,
way he
one
played.
touchdown, can't run with him, so it takes away the way he played, right? I agree. Chiefs, he got air at 54-14, 38.7 QBR, 231 yards, a touchdown, and 8 picks. And then he comes back against the Steelers and throw for 148 QB rating, 299 yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 picks. I mean, the numbers ain't bad for Lamar Jackson at all, really, right? It ain't that bad. I mean, 97.7 QBR, 3,150 yards, 26 touchdowns, 22 picks. It ain't that bad. The problem is 57 completion percentage is not ideal. 11.8 yards a play. And this team is a vertical throw team as well. They want to throw the ball downfield. Lamar Jackson's just too quiet because I think the user's quiet. And I think Hoodie hit it on the nail. You can't run the way he would usually run with Lamar Jackson. So you got to really understand how to run a quarterback to really, be successfully running a quarterback. There's nothing wrong with a Will Levis. He's definitely the franchise quarterback over here for the Saints. It's quiet over here. You can start to hearing a snoring from Falk. Knew he wouldn't stay up too much longer. But Will Levis is the guy, and really too much to talk about, man. He's the guy. They could build around this guy, and they could continue to get. Listen, they have a really good offensive line. They got weapons all over the place, and Will Levis is doing what he's supposed to do. He hasn't lost the game yet. These guys have a big time game against the Chiefs. That's really going to put them on notice to find out who they really are this year so far. But it comes down to young Will Levis showing us he can win and when it count. And so far this season, he's done exactly that: win when it count. I like Will Levis. I think he's, got an opportunity to really stand out as the best quarterback in this league if he can continue to do what he's doing, win in the playoffs. Matt Corral for the Seahawks. Is this a bridge quarterback or is this the quarterback for their future? That's the question remaining. Who knows? But this team has an identity of running the football right now more than they do throwing the football. With that being said, they're still doing a good job with DK Metcalf when they do throw the ball. They have A.D. Mitchell over there, nice little number 2 punch at the receiver position, and they got solid tight end play. So they got the weapons around Matt Corral right now. Is Matt Corral going to continue to be the quarterback for the Seahawks team, or will we see somebody else there in the future? You look at the Steelers, we both said DJ Ugalele should be the starting quarterback over here. But these quarterbacks are struggling big time over here. But they got 2 guys to choose from until they figure out who's who. This is what it's going to be with the Steelers. And then obviously Shador Sanders for the Texans. He's definitely the guy. No real question to that over here. He's the guy for this team. He's the franchise quarterback. And he has nothing but weapons to grow up with. Titans, we already know Anthony Richardson now, a superstar Anthony Richardson after his breakout game. 97 overall. He's a guy who threw for 1,000,000 yards last year and 1,000,000 touchdowns. Now let's see if he's going to be any better because this team is getting better as a whole. I think their only weakness is at the running back position right now. And then the Vikings, C.J. Stroud, he had a rough start to his career, but C.J. Stroud is playing good football at this point right now. He is the franchise quarterback for the Vikings right now, and they are building around him. And as long as they continue to build around him, these guys will be in a good situation. Quiet is kept. I'm starting to think that NFC North is starting to look like once the Bears get it together over there, you got a good division over there. Simple as that. Now, with that being said, that was our quarterback corral. I know this show was called Matchup Nightmare, but the energy changed it into quarterback carousel. Other than that, we're gone. Holla at you.